Let's do this exercise on embracing imperfection and incompleteness. So we start by letting your awareness come to your body. Feeling your body, being aware in your body more and more. Sometimes that starts with a little stretch. Becoming aware of the body contact, like your feet, what you're sitting, the contact of your body sitting on something. Sit bones, yeah. Maybe that feels good. To just rest into the support that's here, not try to do anything else just before we feel, okay, body. Yeah. Feeling your breathing. And being more and more aware in the inner area of your body, that area that includes your throat, your chest, stomach, your belly. Coming in, arriving, being inside with your awareness. Yeah. So now with your awareness in the inner area of your body, sense your big shift project as it is today. Here it is. How is it today? No matter how unclear or amorphous, no matter how clear, right? How clear or unclear, just let it be here as it is today. I'll give you a little time for that. So taking a wide perspective, stepping back a bit, seeing the whole big shift project as it is today. If you need a bit of more time to get in touch with it or to be aware of it, please feel free to pause the video or the audio. Let that come. So as you have that whole big shift project kind of in front of you, right? You're sensing it all. Probably you're noticing that parts are finished and parts are unfinished. This is true whether your big shift project has a physical outcome, right? Something you can see and hold, or whether it's a inner project like being able to be more yourself in the world. Either way, right? We're not distinguishing between the two, but either way, probably you can tell that it's somewhat finished and somewhat unfinished. See if that's right. And probably you can also tell that aspects of it are doing pretty well and other aspects of it need attention. So that's our distinction between doing pretty well and need attention. Noticing you can probably sense both in there. And you can feel that difference between where there's incompleteness, and you could call it imperfection, although you don't have to. But incompleteness in the project is inherent in the project as it is right now. And that's just how it is. Is that how it feels to you too? Like, of course it's incomplete. And then notice how that feels to you, right? How's that? That it's incomplete. How's that to you? How's that to something in you? Is there a something in you that has some other reaction than, okay, that's fine? Just noticing. So if there's something in you that's judgmental about the state of your project, like how far from completion it is, this is a golden opportunity to turn toward that part of you and very gently and kindly acknowledge how worried it must be. Okay, something is judgmental about how far from completion your project is. Turning toward it, kindly and gently acknowledging how worried it must be. You must be so worried. And let it have a chance, if it wants to tell you what it's worried about and what it's not wanting to happen to you from this state of affairs. What it's worried about. What concerns it. Okay, so, and remember, if it starts telling you what's wrong with you, you never, right? It is simply expressing its anxiety in a less than helpful way, and we'd like to say back to it, I do hear how anxious you are for me, and I'm wondering what you're worried will happen if I don't get farther with this. So really staying with the empathy for the worry of any judgmental part, and if there isn't a judgmental part, great, don't worry. Don't worry. This is just for the cases and the people who did encounter a judgmental part, and believe me, it's very common to say, I haven't done enough, you haven't done enough inside yourself, okay? We know, we have the compassion for the worry that lets us turn toward to any part like that, and that's what we call a protector part, of course. So that aside, right, do that as much as you need to, but if we're not being with a protector part, sensing its worry, we can feel in the body what it's like to enjoy incompleteness. It's like, well, of course it would be incomplete. It's alive. Your project is alive. Everything alive is incomplete, like you. Okay, so you are also both perfect as you are and incomplete because there are next steps for you, because you are alive. And that might be something to take time to feel right now, how your own aliveness implies that you have next steps. Like the photo I put at the start of today's lesson of that gorgeous, happy child, sort of twisted, like turned, ready to move across a boundary from earth onto sidewalk. She's in motion. Still photo, but we see her aliveness in her readiness to move. So you are alive because you have next steps. You have next steps because you are alive. And let's come back to your project. Taking some time to feel what it's like to experience your Big Shift project as alive. So anything that's alive isn't closed and done. It's open and growing. It implies what's next. Like even without taking that next step, I have the next step in me as potential. Your project has the next step in it as potential. It has the future in it. And we're just pausing to see if that feels right, if that is a way that you can even enjoy thinking about your big shift project as incomplete because there are next steps that haven't happened yet. We may not even know what they are, but we can tell there is potential. There's unfinished business. It's going to evolve. There's going to be a next. And if you feel your project as alive, see about maybe asking it what it knows about what it needs next. We don't expect the answer to be in words, probably, or to be clear-cut, but there's a feel of it, a feel of next that could come. Let's take a little time with that, asking the project itself what it knows, and that's a funny use of the word know, because even plants have this kind of knowing. What is next? What it needs next. No need to think it up, just let it come. Okay, so take time to sense what it's like to have the project this way. Perfect as it is, just like anything alive is, and containing its own future steps as potential, and in that sense being incomplete. Hoping that feels good. Great. Let's pause one more time to sense if there's something more the project itself wants to show you or tell you. Notice how it feels in your body to receive that, to be open to that. And even if you didn't get a response this time, to be open to that source of knowing as we go ahead. Wonderful. So we're going to bring this exercise to a gentle completion, noticing what you want to remember. Thanking your body. And letting awareness expand, feeling the room around you, noticing with your eyes open if your body feels good somehow. Open, alive, expanded, curious, and with a welcome for anything that doesn't feel that way.